Imagine stepping into a theater in the early 1930s. The lights dim, the projector hums, and suddenly, instead of shades of gray, you see vibrant reds, lush greens, and dazzling blues dance across the screen. For audiences then, it was nothing short of magic. The invention of color film didn't just change how movies looked, it changed how the world felt about cinema. Before the 1930s, films were largely black and white. Directors and cinematographers relied on light, shadow, and clever camera work to create mood and emotion. Occasionally, movies were hand-tinted frame by frame, or used early two-tone systems that produced limited hues, often red and green. But audiences still longed for something more lifelike, an experience that mirrored reality. Enter Technicolor, the innovation that redefined visual storytelling. The real breakthrough came in 1932 with the three-strip Technicolor process, a method that used three separate strips of film to record red, green, and blue light simultaneously. When combined, these layers produced a vivid, full-spectrum image that finally captured the world in true color. The first feature-length film to showcase this technology was Becky Sharp, 1935, but it was The Wizard of Oz, 1939, and Gone with the Wind, 1939, that truly cemented Technicolor's place in cinematic history. When Dorothy stepped into the golden world of Oz, audiences gasped. They had never seen anything so radiant. Why color changed everything. Color wasn't just about visual beauty, it was about emotion, realism, and imagination. Filmmakers could now use color to tell stories, from the warm glow of romance to the cold blue of tragedy. Create iconic imagery that stayed in viewers' minds long after the credits rolled. Attract larger audiences as the novelty of color turned movies into must-see events. For the first time, cinema could mimic the vibrancy of life itself. Behind the glamour, early color film was expensive and complex. Technicolor cameras were massive, requiring special lighting and skilled technicians. Only big studios could afford the process, making color a luxury reserved for major productions. But as technology advanced, Eastman Color and other single-strip color systems emerged in the 1950s, making color film cheaper and more accessible. Soon, black and white movies became the exception, not the norm. A new language of color. The shift to color didn't just improve visuals, it transformed storytelling itself. Directors began using hues symbolically: red for passion or danger, blue for calm or melancholy, yellow for joy or madness. Color became a language, a way for filmmakers to communicate emotion without words. Nearly a century later, color still shapes the way we experience stories. From the pastel dreamscapes of La La Land to the bold palettes of Marvel's blockbusters, every shade owes its existence to those early pioneers of Technicolor. What began as a technical experiment became an artistic revolution, one that forever changed how we see the world on screen. The invention of color film was more than a technological milestone. It was a cultural awakening. It turned movie theaters into windows of wonder, where imagination burst into life in every hue. And though we take color for granted today, the first time audiences saw it, they didn't just watch a film. They witnessed the future.